Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up. I am Monica Epps.
I am Joshua Garcia Jr.
I am Marcus Dell Burbridge Jr. I am Sharon Snyder.
I am Kaya Hawkins.
I am Zaire.
I've been set up for failure. I've been expected to fall into statistics like being pregnant and dropping out before I'm 18. They try to assure that I do this by throwing obstacles in my way.
Budget cut has affected me in my education because in my junior year of high school, my school was slated to close. When my school closed, I had to go to a different school. In the first 2 weeks of my new school, they were also slated to close. Yet through rallies and fights, the school has pushed forward and was not closed. This has affected me because even though this is my last year here, there are students as my sister who is just entering high school, whose schools will be closed, and she would have to go to a charter school, and that makes it harder on parents if they don't have money. When I went to the new school, we didn't have a counselor for our first month, so now I'm behind in college acceptances. I've seen all my friends get a college acceptance besides us because the first month of school we didn't have a counselor. And now that we do, she has to look over 400 students, so it's difficult to pinpoint her and to get her for yourself.
We need more activities because even though we're being proactive, there's still other students who are dropping out because, you know, they're not doing the work or they don't care or anything else, and they don't have nothing else better to do with their lives after school. You know, so it should be more activities. It should be something that students should do. Because at one point in time, you know, I didn't want to do anything actually. After school programs have helped me. I'm actually playing baseball. I'm now like an AB student. I was an ABC student, but now I have all A's and B's. I'm really good now.
I was at Communications Technology High School. I was there since 9th grade all the way to my 11th grade year. Due to budget cuts, they shut our school down because they said we didn't meet certain criteria or whatever, and I was sent to Ben Franklin. And at first, when I first got there, they told me I might not graduate because I got credits, but they might not be in the right place. How do you expect me to be successful and to fulfill if you really believe that I'm going to fail? I'm going to do just like how y'all want me to do. I'm going to fail. I want my teachers and family members and all the people around me to know that I'm me, I'm here, and I'm not going to fail just because you expect me to and you believe I'm going to.
I'm not going to be ready for college. I don't feel like I'm ready for college right now because they're not teaching us the stuff that we need. Because I take the tests they give us, like the SATs and the Keystones. I don't know the things on here. I've never been taught. So like when I go to college, I know the other students are probably going to know more than me because they come from schools that has everything and like public schools don't. I have no counselor. I barely have anything to work with. So how can I go to college if I have no supplies to help me? Students can go all the way, but there's only that one teacher who go the extra mile for one student.
Adultification has affected me as a student in different ways. One way would be that my parents expect me to look over my siblings, but won't let me go to a party or even out to an event that I would like to go to. Adultification has affected me academically because in school, the teachers treat you as kids, even though they say you have the rights and responsibilities as adults. How can you tell someone you have the rights and responsibilities as an adult, but still treat them as a kid?
Even though I don't have any control of my parents' financial situation, it affects me greatly and it set me up to fail. My mom, she's on dialysis 3 times a week, and usually she's been in and out of the hospital constantly. I have lived with my sister who has 2 small kids and she works nights. At these nights, I have to watch the kids. I have to feed them, bathe them, make sure they go to sleep. I have to stay up with them and neglect doing my homework or any other school duties. I have to pay senior dues, which we don't have the money to do. Even though any of that happens, I still try to pull through, but it's really difficult. Because I don't have the time or the money to succeed, I am set up to fail.
My days look like this. In the morning, I go to school, stay there for about like 8 hours. But sometimes I'll stay after school to get help with stuff that I need, because we have like centers that we get help with after school with work that we don't understand. At the same time, I have to leave without not finishing what I need help with. Go pick up my little brother, go home. Then I have to take care of him at the same time doing my homework. That's like more responsibility that I'm like going through.
When I'm taking the standardized test, all I think of is the time. For example, the time is ticking, hours feels like minutes, minutes feels like seconds, and seconds don't exist. My heart beats, I can't think on like the words of the math or like the English, or I'm just, all I can think of is, oh my God, the time is going by fast. So you take the scores. Some scores are good and some scores are bad. You say congratulations to a student who got good scores, but then how about the other student who get low scores? And you're just like, wait, but don't you get good grades at school? Standardized tests doesn't prove who you are as a person. It doesn't prove how smart you are. It doesn't prove the skills that you could do or the career path that you're gonna be when you grow up. Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Listen up.